What's up, you guys? In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to ship your products for cheaper by using a freight forwarder. If you don't know me already, my name is Nick. I run my own six-figure clothing brand, and I also help people start and or scale their own brands as well. So what is a freight forwarder? I feel like many of you guys don't really know what a freight forwarder is. So it is a company that receives and ships goods on behalf of other companies. So it's basically a shipping company that ships products across the country. So for example, clothing brands would need this because we get our products produced in China and Pakistan. So we need it shipped over to the US or wherever you guys are having your business at. And the reason why we choose a freight forwarder is because clothing manufacturers, I'm sure you guys know, when you buy your bulk, they make the price of the actual products and pieces cheaper so they can upcharge you on the shipping. So for example, they could charge you $10 for a hoodie, but then when you go to the shipping, it's like $2,000 to ship the products over, which doesn't make any sense. And yeah, so that's one of the main reasons they upcharge on shipping to make more money for themselves. Freight forwarders are way cheaper. Like from the shipping the clothing companies give you, because they have to pay different companies to ship it as well. They might be paying freight forwarders to ship it to you guys as well. But basically they want to make a profit off of that shipping. So yeah, it's a lot cheaper. So yeah, they just want to make a profit off of that as well. And also reliable shipping companies. So these big companies that are freight forwarders, they have experience. This is their main source of business. So for example, a clothing manufacturer, they can ship the clothes to you, but that's not their expertise. That's not exactly what they're meant to do. But these freight forwarders, it's literally just shipping companies that ship them over, and that's all they do. So yeah, basically this is the goal when you're finding one. You want to message all companies that can ship to the USA or wherever you're at. And then you want to just basically filter through them and boil down which one is the best one for you, the best price, the most professional, the most reliable. And yeah, I'll show you guys right here. So the first thing you want to do is go on Alibaba.com, and you want to just go to the search bar and search up freight forwarder. It doesn't matter which tab you're on. It could be products, manufacturers, well, it doesn't really matter. So you just search freight forwarder, and then there's going to show a lot of results here. And yeah, basically what you want to do too though is make sure that it's from whatever country that you're getting the clothes produced from. So if you're getting your clothes produced in China, you want to make sure it's a China company, right? Because they're starting from China, and you want to just make sure it's delivering to the US or wherever you guys are at. So it'll say in the pop-up bar right here, or you can just search up China to America, stuff like that, and then it'll just show you all your options here, and then it'll just show you a bunch of options here. And I know it's going to be really hard for you guys to narrow it down, so I wrote a little checklist here. So when I look for a freight forwarder, I just make sure they have trade assurance. Trade assurance just basically makes sure that you won't get scammed. Alibaba, when you send money to these companies, Alibaba will hold the money and make sure that you don't get scammed. They give you what you need. And if you ever get scammed or like have like a problem with the order, Alibaba will give you your money back. I make sure these companies have 2 years of experience, just to make sure they're a company that knows how to run things, and they've done it for over 2 years. You know, pretty self-explanatory. Good grammar and fast response time. So when you speak to these companies, they specifically have people who speak to you that have very good English and very good grammar and fast response times. So keep that in mind when you're speaking to them. If their English is a little broken, that means it might not be the most professional company. But yeah, that's one thing I always make sure to look at as well. If they can communicate with you well, fast response times. But in regards to the fast response times, just make sure the time is in accordance to China time. So for example, I'm Pacific Standard Time in America. So basically around like 8 p.m., 6 p.m. is when the Chinese companies will start to reply to me. So yeah, just see which ones respond quickly and have very good grammar when you're speaking to them. And when you go to message them, this is what you're going to say. Hello, I need a freight forwarder who can ship products from China to USA. I have a few questions. And then these are the questions right here. Do you offer DDP shipping? Basically, like, do they provide the shipping insurance, you know, if anything happens, blah, blah, blah. Do you offer air or sea shipping options? So this is kind of depending on you. If you want it super quick, you would just be adamant on them having air shipping. But if you don't care too much about the time it takes, sea shipping will take a lot longer. But it is a lot cheaper, so it depends on your budget there. And then how long will the shipping take? Of course, that's the most important as well, you know. You may be paying a cheap price, but if they're going to take 4 months to get here, might not be the right company to work with you. And can you pick it up from my supplier at wherever the supplier's at? So basically, you're going to ask the company as well if they can pick up the goods from the manufacturer that you worked with. So if I worked with a manufacturer in China, I would just ask that manufacturer for the address, and then I would give the address to this agent and ask them if they can pick it up. And you can also just give your manufacturer the contact note to this freight forwarder as well, because they can work out a pickup time and stuff as well, because they're both in the same country. So right here, 50 cents, $1.90 per kilogram. So chat now, 2 years of experience, they're verified. And then you just got to make sure trade assurance is on as well. I did forget to do that. 50 cents to 90 cents right here. 45 kilograms minimum order. So just make sure you keep that in mind. If your order isn't over 45 kilograms, you can't work with them. But you go chat now, and then you would copy this message right here and make sure you have the address ready as well. And then you would just paste it in here and send it to many, many, many of these companies. Because what you want to do is you want to send the message to as much of the companies as you can, and basically just boil down which one is the best company for you, best price, best shipping time, professional. All of those things you want to take into account. So I would message at least 50 to 40 of them. And yeah, basically you're just going to talk to them. They're going to see if they can do it for you. And you're just going to figure out which one is the best for you throughout all the pricing and all that. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys need any help starting and or scaling your brands, you could book a call with me down below. Or you could DM me or comment any questions that you have as well. I'll put my Instagram down below too if you guys prefer DMing. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching.